Southmead Hospital bed, 12th of June 72. I was born and bred smack bang in the middle of Bristol City. The home of Portishead, massive attack, fresh four and tricky. Smith and Mighty, Kellogg's and Chrissy. And there's only four of those that meant shit to me. Apart from when Dells was 3D, TWB, and when Inky's Pieces was up in the streets. Without Risky BD, there would be no me. Kaz, Chaos, Shab, SPD, and the almighty TUB. BHYC Graffiti. 21 years of my life is what this means to me. This artistry has a history that lies deep within the streets, not industry. I'd leave my name stained from Parson to the bottom of Park Street, Orfield to the deepest, darkest Arcliffe Street. And Dean Lane Skate Park was the place to be, way before anyone had even heard of Banksy. A Southfield YMCA was the first place I faced the MIC. And Matt, stop showing that tape, please. Mixed Maniac, DJ Sirius and JVD, aka the Soul Crime Posse. And the only two white MCs from Southside was KC and Mikey. Can't forget Reds, Shady C and Risky. And on the one, we had DJ Bungie. This is when hip-hop meant everything to me. And now 19 years later, it seems almost empty to me. This is just a little taste of Bristol's hip-hop history. All crews.
Let me break it down a minute, mate. We pay dues.
Yeah, it's about that time. Yo, this council estate, it could have been rhyming business over any rapper that you see on telly. Thorough like R. Kelly. Water sport and an escort in the face. Soldier click and churro with the junkies on the bass. A different kind of bass, where the sound is the master. Turn the volume up and watch us fuck it up like asthma. This panic of rap, in this panic attack, has me spitting out rhetoric like I'm blacking for crack. But I'm not a crackhead, thank God. But a ghetto life can fuck with junior states, where your state of mind is what can pull you through. Kids of all races stomping with the hoods up, with black gloves and don't give a fuck, looking for the next rug. Play these tunes and clear your passengers like cough sweets. You can't free phone soldier click, so call on off peak. Better yet use the internet, go online and then you get a dose of our rhythms to inspect. So play this defecation, funky like a soul sensation. Back shot in the gal to Hendrix, head deep in the basin. Another girt like word like a farmer but with armor. Displacing catchphrases and plus some how's your father. Braggadocious politics where the aura shits for peace and sunshine entwine. Yeah, the era of the brisk.
Hip hop, you don't stop.
Like, UK, we like to say from the place to New York because my country, yeah, our voices so funky when we talk. I don't give up all my fuckery, and the little boys feel kind of wet.
When I was 11 years of age, I can't remember what children's show it was, but Malcolm McLaren was on there, and he was talking about this, you know, he was mainly talking about like, you know, obviously being with the Sex Pistols, rah rah rah. And the final question was like, what was he doing recently? And they showed the video, and it was like Buffalo Girls. And it was like that was all the elements. Do you know what I mean? That was like, you know, somebody put their hand on the deck. You know what I mean? Somebody actually stood on their head, graffiti going on. Watching Buffalo Girls was definitely the pinnacle of when like I saw all elements all at once and it just hit me.
I can't remember the actual tune, but it was at the Locarno, and that's when I saw Tookie and my brother Rookie pop for the first time. It was just brand new. What was he doing there? Not bad.
People back then who were dancing to funk and stuff like that, and they'd all, you know, their commando hats, they'd have their brilliant, you know, like handkerchiefs hanging out of their pockets, their boxer boots. Yeah, that was the, you know, and when Tookie and all them started doing the first like hieroglyphics and stuff, yeah, they would just laugh at them. They were like, what do you think you're doing? And then, but 1 year later, everybody jumped on it.
First I saw was Rocksteady Crew video, and had that on cassette taped off the radio. But I was quite heavily into me and two-tone at the time, so it was quite hard to break away. I mean, I felt a bit disloyalty going on, like to me it's scandalous.
I was heavily into two-tone in the early 80s, and you know, I mean specials mostly. And what I loved about specials and selected were basically the drums, the clarity of the drums, and the bass. And I remember hearing Malcolm McLaren, you know, Buffalo Girls. There was a breaker, a local breaker called Gary Riley. I was actually there at one point, you know, with Rude Boy Parker on, you know, at the time and everything. And everyone sort of around a beatbox, listening to Buffalo Girls and watching this guy breakdance. And that's a turning point. That really was a turning point.
There was E-Force, they were like the professional crew in Bristol, and then you had like us, like we were Street Connection, and we were all like the kind of, you know, bit wild kiddies and on it and everything. But then that broke up, and Street Connection and E-Force became Bushploy. There was about 80 of us then that all moved, as you know, in the breakdancing scene and stuff.
I mean, hip hop wasn't even called hip hop back then. You know, it was electro funk. You just kind of come through the body popping period, and then the early electro stuff started to creep through. Cutting Eddie and Cool Cut D, that was the first guys that I was actually seeing doing doubles. It was going, you know, back to back with the mixer in the middle, GLI PMX 9000, proper old one with the handles, you know, what they call gay way around, the turntable's gay way around, yeah?
I think I saw a bit of it at a relative's party, something bizarre like that, and liked it, but didn't really know what it was. And then meeting up with Risky and him just kind of saying, you know, this is cutting this. And we used to go to his house on lunchtime from school, walk to his house, and his dad had one of these stereos with like the record player on it and the tape and the volume, and he'd get his 12 inches out and be there with the volume, cutting it in.
Cool Cut D was going over to Philadelphia, I believe his father lived over there, and he was bringing back tapes. He was just listening to the radio stations and just, you know, had a suitcase full of cassettes, never mind the socks and the paracetamols. He had TDKs. So people like that helped us to hear what was going on there, kind of until we got Mike Allen and Capital Radio, you know, when people started covering their houses in copper wire, trying to get Mike Allen. Then a 98.5 FM.
There were certain tracks that like just stood out as a kid. Like I remember watching Top of the Pops and Shalimar, Night to Remember, and they didn't have the group. They just had because Jeffrey Daniels used to be like in the group, and he was the first one I ever saw do moonwalk. And this is way before the Michael Jackson thing.
My first I Want to Do That was Candy Girl. Everyone saw it, but whatever it triggered in me, like even down to I want one of those hats. I don't care about whether that's the blue one which you wore if you're from the north in America, and the grey one was if you're from the south. I mean, that looked funky, man. You know what I mean? Me and my friends who also saw the video or whatever, got started getting into it.
I'm sure a lot of people say, you know, as soon as you hit the scratchy scratch, it's kind of, yeah, what's that saying? You know, you just want to be able to do it, and you just sort of the whole even sort of, yeah, I wanted to be a DJ, sort of, you know, sort of doing that. You know what I mean?
At school, 83, 84, something like that. I had a friend, Martin Hill, actually, and we were into breaking just after I got out of pop music. His brother used to do like what was then graffiti, but I didn't know it was graffiti at the time. It was like used to write like electro rock and hip hop and break and stuff in clouds with arrows going through them and lightning and stuff. Basically, about a year later, he bought in a book. And he said, look at this, and he showed me it, and it was Subway art. And it just blew me away, all the pieces on trains, and I didn't really know what it was. I said, fucking hell, it's mint, like, this is what I want to do.
I'd probably say earliest memories of hip hop was listening to Dougie Fresh, the show. It sort of blew me away, didn't know what it was. It's got some funny lyrics and some weird music and Inspector Gadget theme and all that sort of stuff. And then I had that bought for me for Christmas, to my parents' horror when I turned the B-side and like, was playing Lili Dadi with the dodgy lyrics on it and stuff like that.